All right, let's do a challenge. Some tough rock. Oh, I spilled my water. Okay, let's do this. How about this one? Raw quartzite. It's the same kind of stuff as this, but I don't want to do an easy flake. Let's see. All right, let's see. Let's beat up some tools, shall we? Now the quartzite point I did on video on the live stream is still in the house. I forgot to bring it out, but I'm not going to go back in and get it. I'll just do this one. Oops. Took a little bit too much. I'll just do this one from scratch and see what I can get. Should I have heat treated this whole thing first? Somebody might ask. I could have, but it's unpredictable when it's this thick. So it's always good to try to get flakes from it and then heat treat the flakes. Unfortunately, you can't see how hard I'm hitting this from a distance. I'm hitting it really hard. And since I don't have my coarse abrader, I will not be using a coarse abrader. I'll be using the bopper to knock off little delicate areas. And to get this turtleback off, I'll do the zigzag technique. But yeah, you can't see, unfortunately. You can't see how hard I'm hitting it. But trust me, I'm hitting it very hard. Yep. And it's taking its toll on the tool. Have I napped this kind of stuff with natural tools? Oh yes. When I first started napping way back in the day, I would punish my moose handlers. Oh yeah. And hammerstones. I went through many hammerstones of different varieties. Hitting quartzite with a quartzite hammerstone, it does work. But it works best if the quartzite hammerstone is harder than the quartzite workpiece. It is possible to use a softer hammerstone. I took way too much off. It is possible to use a softer hammerstone, but the hammerstone will break, which is okay if you got like 6 hammerstones. Not everybody has that many hammerstones to work with. Let's try this bopper this time. A little bit smaller, maybe I can get more accuracy with it. Let's see. Maybe I'm not getting good results because I'm not abrading. Yeah, that does make a difference, but it doesn't make too much of a difference. Sometimes it's better to not abrade. How is it better? It depends on the stone. There you go. A little bit more accurate there. In general, I don't know. What was the question? I forgot the question. Yeah, this requires a lot of force, which messes with the brain. You know, if you have to use a lot of physical force, the thinking part of the brain shuts down a little bit. So I can't remember what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Ouch. Yeah, typical quartzite. Come on, focus, please. There we go. See, now you get to see up close. This stuff is very similar to the other stuff. There's a live stream tonight. And sometimes YouTube messes up and won't let me upload or go live right away. And when it does that, it saves my first attempt as an upcoming video. And you can actually click on it and get onto the comment section of the upcoming video. But I'm not going to be there because I don't do upcoming video stuff. So I got to go back and delete that video when that happens. So it's a glitch in YouTube. Of course, it doesn't happen to everybody. It only happens to me. Anyway, just be aware that that'll happen and you might have to exit YouTube and get back on to actually participate in the actual live stream instead of sitting there waiting on the upcoming live stream, which never arrives because it was a mistake. YouTube doesn't let me go live right away, and when it doesn't let me go live, it puts an upcoming video up. Yeah, I get everything all set to go live, and I push the button to go live when I'm on YouTube and get everything. I got everything set up, and then it doesn't do it. It just spins and spins and spins, and then I had to exit YouTube. But instead of canceling everything, YouTube puts up a little upcoming video. I don't know why it does that. It's aggravating. Yeah. Extremely aggravating. I gotta try to go in there and delete it before anyone gets on that video. And sometimes YouTube doesn't show it to me. Okay, it didn't go live. It spun around and spun around and spun around. I couldn't go live, so I canceled the whole thing. Then I get sneakily back up on YouTube and say, okay, where is it? Where is that little upcoming video? I don't see it. I didn't get a notification of it. I don't see it, but I know it's there. So I had to wait, get out of YouTube, come back in. Okay, now it's there. I can see it. And then I had to delete it. But unfortunately, there's always one or two guys that they saw it before I did, and they're just sitting there waiting on the wrong video. Aggravating. Anyways, what else we talk about? We can talk about whatever we want on live stream tonight. Oh yeah. Yeah, we can go off on all kinds of tangents. Just keep it family friendly. Yeah. Keep it family friendly because I got friendly family watching. Yeah, need to keep it family friendly for the friendly family. For the unfriendly family, it doesn't matter. But for my friendly family, it matters. Do I have unfriendly family? Actually, no. Nope, nope. It's all friendly. I just like how one is the opposite of the other. I just wanted to say that. Yeah. Okay. I've got to focus on this because this is getting to be a little bit athletic. Yeah. It's hard to focus and remember where I'm going with my thoughts because I have to hit this really hard. Make sure I maintain the symmetry. Make sure I maintain a robust edge. How do you make sure? Just try not to scoop it too much. Quartzite is notoriously scoopy and steppy. You might think this is napping pretty good. No. It's just I'm avoiding the step fractures. Through experience. There's no special technique. The technique for avoiding step fractures looks like every other technique. Because all I'm doing is hitting the flaker. Same angles, same everything. Just slight tweaks will reduce the length of the flake, but maintain the same amount of power. You already know the story is about if you don't have enough power in the strike, that's one of the reasons why you get a step fracture. Well, you have to increase the power and length and reduce the expected length of the flake. That way you don't get a step fracture by reducing the power. And how do you reduce the potential length of the flake? Got to tweak the angle just a little bit. Downward strikes, less length. Inward strikes, increase the length. As a general rule. Sometimes it's the opposite. Some materials you hit inward and it doesn't do anything except crush or step or break it in half. You have to hit more downward and it will still get a long flake. Some materials are like that. And if you didn't know, now you know. This stuff, not only is it not consistent, like some spots are harder or softer than other spots, it's difficult to run long flakes, period, on it. So even if I try for a short flake, I can still get a step fracture even if I do everything right, just because it's very difficult to run flakes on it, period. Yeah. Let's see. There we go. There we go. If there's any cracks in it, I gotta be very careful and try to spot them now. It doesn't look like there's any cracks in it. Should I take a billet? It's right in the middle. If I billet strike that, I can get a flake, but it risks breaking everything in half if I'm not accurate with the strike. If I hit too high up, it pulls it too much or it scoops it too much. With a ring crack, it can also send in a radial crack. So I need to be accurate so I don't make that mistake that I would make possibly with a bopper. Yeah. See, it's hard to get that with the bopper. Hard to get it just right. But with indirect percussion and a very, very strong strike, your odds are better. It's all odds game. Managing risk and all that stuff. Yeah. Mhm. Ah, that's good. It's steppy, but it wasn't too bad. Yeah, there you go. All right, all right. There it is. As long as it goes to the middle, I'm okay. Yeah. Oh, dang it. That took off too much. What did it do? I don't like it. Yeah. Dang it. Well, I don't know. This is highly inconsistent in this darker area. Might as well remove it. Even though the color was nice. Yeah. It's okay. And yeah, I have to abrade with indirect percussion. Usually, unless I'm zigzagging, which I'm not. If I'm zigzagging, I don't need to abrade as much, but I'm not zigzagging, so the edge is too thin for that. I mean, it doesn't do any good to zigzag it when the edge is already thinned down. Let's see here. Yikes, that scooped it. Too much inward force. Can't handle it. There, that's better. You could handle that one. You can tell how tough it is just by listening to that. Yeah. Ooh, a nice, a beautiful step fracture near the edge. Those aren't too bad. The ones near the edge, they're not that bad. Because I can get those by just moving the edge closer to the obstacle. Hold on. Is this another contracting stem point? Maybe. We'll see. I might put corner notches in. I don't know. Why don't you use reverse indirect, dude, like they do in India? Make one of those types. That's what this feels like. That stuff that you see that those arrowheads from India made out of. Which means it's like an agate or a jasper, but no. This is not the same kind of material as those arrowheads from India. It's similar, but it's not the same. Yeah, this does not flake in the same way. Should I be using steel? Maybe. Steel would work pretty good. I got used to copper already, so either one is fine. But you have to get used to it. If I were to switch to steel right in the middle here, I might not be used to it, and I might crush it or cause a snap in half. A really, really badly crushed edge is not good. Yeah. I want to try to keep the edge as uncrushed as possible. So I'll just regularizing it. I can thin it a little bit more, and it's a little bit wonky, so I need to unwonkify it. Although as a knife, you can leave it all wonky. But as a projectile point, it needs to be a little more refined. Alright, that worked out good. Yes, it did. See, I'm not hitting directly this way because I'm afraid of snapping it in half. I have to hit it really, really hard. So I'm hitting it at an angle like this. That's how you thin these down here without breaking them in half. When you have to hit really hard, you hit from the sides to try to thin down the stem. Like that. That was lucky. Because that could have ended badly. Luckily it was a longer flake. But yeah, it could have ended much worse with a big old step right there. A lot of this stuff on Quartzite is dicey. Switch stage. No. What did they do? Yeah. Take the dust off my glasses. Look at all the dust. Where does that dust come from? There's some humidity around here that makes it stick. I usually don't get that. Okay. It's not doing anything. I gotta hit it even harder than that. Okay. Okay, it did something that time. Yes, it did something that time again. I am so thankful that I am lucky today. Yes, yes. Okay. What else can I do without risking it? The tip is the most important part of these projectile points. Yeah. If I can get that thin down and sharpen it, that's what matters on these. Yeah. On any projectile point, the first third is the most important, I think. I might be wrong on that one, but I'll do tests this summer. I'm getting ready to do a bunch of tests and see. I'll sharpen the first third and I'll sharpen the whole thing. I'll shoot them and see which penetrates better. That kind of thing. And let's see if there's much of a difference. I think there's not going to be much difference. But I think that sharpening the whole thing doesn't give you any substantial increase in the penetration ability. I think the first third of the point, especially right near the tip, is the most important to get a good shot. Yeah, and potential for a pass through. You don't want to lose any energy on the initial impact at the very beginning. I think it might even help if I sharpen the first third and then polish the bottom 2/3. You know, make it nice and smooth on the surface here and not worry too much about the thickness or the sharpness down here. If I don't have to, it all depends on what you're doing as far as needing a lot of points. If you need to make a lot of these and you don't have much time, to sharpen the upper third and you don't have to spend too much time on the other part of the blade. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see. Especially with hard to nap stuff. There it is. I know you could do it. Talking to the rock. I knew I had it. You had it in you to do it. Yikes! This is. I think I'm beating this up too much. Let's see. Other side still is almost as bad. All right. Do I have enough water in here for? Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. So nice. I don't even know why I did that, because I don't think I want to hit it anymore. I don't really want to. No, it's already tapered. It's already thin enough. Let's see. Is it 3-to-1? I know it's 3-to-1, but is it better than 3-to-1? Ratio? If it is, I don't need to thin it anymore. 40 millimeter. And come on, focus. Yeah, there we go. It's 8 by 40? No, it couldn't be. It couldn't be that good. That's 8-to-1. No, it's 5-to-1. Duh. 40 by 8 millimeter. It's 5-to-1. So yeah, I don't need to go any thinner at all. Up here is where it's kind of thick though. But I don't have any good spot to hit it. Or do I? No, I don't have any good meaty spot except maybe right through here. But then I would leave a lump right there. I don't have any good spot to hit this lump. Yeah, everything's kind of scooped out. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to thin this space. Thin down the stem. Maybe I could put a couple notches in. Yeah, if it's thin enough. Okay. Where am I going to hit to thin this down? I don't know. Let me just regularize it here. Hold on. I can also just sharpen it with indirect percussion. That's it. I can just sharpen it with indirect percussion and that's it. Or I can use pressure flaker on it. It wants me to hit it really, really hard, but I can't do that near the tip without breaking it. Of course, it wants me to break the tip off. Yeah. Well, that was good. All right, so where do I hit it to thin it down? Because it can be thinned here, but I don't know where a good spot would be. Yeah, okay, right there. Yeah, just, okay. If I put corner notches in it, I can do it. I'll just hit right where the notches are supposed to start. I keep forgetting to go get more grinding wheels. I can go tonight though. Yeah. I think they sell grinding wheels at Walmart. There it is. Fantastic. That worked out better than I thought. Dang it. Not supposed to get that lucky. Or I hit it on the wrong side. I don't know. Did I hit it in the correct direction? That's just way too lucky to get some thinning there. I probably hit it in the wrong direction. I don't know. No, it's just working. Luckily, it's working to thin it down. Yeah. Let me see that light. I gotta move closer to the light. I can't see what I'm doing. I need to get rid of some more lumpage right there. I can grind it flat like this, or I can grind it at an angle. I'm grinding at a slight angle, like a 45. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I'm looking for the meatiest spot to hit. Yeah, there we go. That actually worked out excellent. I'm worried now that all that good luck is going to catch up with me, and the next strike is going to be really, really bad. I'm going to be using Notch-O-Matic on these notches. Yes, yes. Okay. Here we go. I'm in a hurry, can't you tell? I am in a hurry because I've got something on the stove. I got my dinner. Cooking. Slow cooking. Yeah. Not too worried about it, but let's try to get this thing finished up. Yeah. You know what? I can start this off with some indirect percussion. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good idea. Don't tell nobody. It's a secret. Oh, that was so sweet. Maybe this is like that rock from India. But yeah, this would work much better in a heat-treated state. And yeah, I've got some Tallahassee quartzite. That's high-grade stuff. that I'll be napping as well. But I don't know about today or this week. We'll see. Yeah, this works okay. All right, so let's expand the notch a little bit. Why expand the notch when I didn't have to? Well, it just makes it much easier to finish the notching if it's not too extremely narrow. Let's thin down that stem a little bit right there. There's a lump right there. Again, I'm not hitting directly this way. I'm going to hit to the side a little bit. Because, you have to hit a little bit harder than other cherts. But it still will snap in half. Even though it's quartzite, it seems like it's tough. But it doesn't like you. So what it will do is it'll fool you into thinking, oh, this is a tough piece of rock. And you'll hit the base and snap it in half. And then it'll laugh at you. It'll giggle. It'll do that. Am I off center? I don't know. Maybe a little bit. You might be saying, do something different, man, because those points from India have the side notches like that too. Yeah, I'm going to try to put some barbs on this, so it won't look like one of those points. Or it has the corner notches. Those cheap tourist shop points. They look similar to this. Try to make this look a little different, but I might not be able to. There's a reason why they look like they look. The ones in the cheap ones from the tourist shops. This is like one of the easiest forms to construct as far as point shape. You can't get too fancy with these. Let's see. All right. And yeah, we're going to use indirect percussion on the notches. Just like those cheap ones at the tourist shops. That's what they use to make those notches, is indirect percussion. They use reverse indirect. What's reverse indirect? Just search for one of my videos, Jack Crafty reverse indirect, and you'll see. Yeah. Beauteous. Did I speak too soon? Maybe. It's starting to stall. I don't want to add any more force. So hold on. Yeah, sometimes you can blast away a stall with more force, but that's the opposite of what you need to do in a situation where you could blow the barb off. if it's just a simple side notch, sometimes you can add more force if you're going straight in like this. But as you're going upwards, there's more of a chance to blow that barb off. See, it's got that undetached flake in the bottom of the notch. Before I get too carried away, let's do the other side. Yeah. Got this thing's poking me right there. Remind me to fix that next time. This little wire from the spring is poking me. Let's see. Maybe I can file it down so it's not as sharp. Ouch. Let's see. Yeah, anything that bugs me will affect the napping. It bugs me. It's catching. What is it that's catching? There it goes. All right. Yeah. It's getting dicey. Hold on a second. It's better if I trim it more carefully so I don't get a stall. How about this side? This is holding up pretty good. Pretty good. All right. But yeah, I got to be careful because anything could mess it up. Just a little bit of variance in what I'm doing could mess it up. Like if I get distracted and do something, like put the notch-o-matic too high up on the edge or something, any slight variance from what I'm doing could just mess everything all up. I'm just very carefully taking little nibbles, basically. Yikes. Yeah. That first hit probably caused a bunch of cracks. Incipients. That's why it looks like that now. Maybe I can push those out of there. Maybe on the next one. Yikes. I'm getting those on both sides. There's undetached flakes on both sides. I don't want to hit harder than I already am. Dang it. How do you not get those? By not going that deep. Yeah. I don't want to take any chances and trying to blast those away with a lot of force, because I don't have a lot of material. Like if I had a lot of material to work with and I had all day, yeah, I'll just try to blast that away. But I don't have a lot of material and I don't have all day. And being careful does mess you up. Yeah. But at least it's still intact. I didn't break it. Yeah. I didn't break a barb off. That counts for something. I'm going to send a flake in. If I'm able to. If it looks good, I suppose. I got to fix it a little bit. Move the edge that way a little bit. I got a step fracture here. It's not too bad though. Right there. I don't know if you can see it. I scooped it right there. Hopefully, I don't know. See, this brown stuff is much softer than the other stuff. I can try to hit into that area from here, but it probably will stop right there like it did there. This brown stuff carries the flake, but as soon as it starts reaching into something harder, it stops. Yeah. Anyways. There's a couple other videos out there with guys napping quartzite. Someone asked me that before a long time ago, and I said, oh yeah, I know a couple videos, and I used to provide links to other videos that had quartzite napping, but I forgot what they were. So I'll try to nap as much quartzite as I can. Yeah. I do want to get rid of that stiff fracture. Probably shouldn't try, but oh well. Yeah. I knew it. It just made it worse. Made it look worse. Yeah, I did know that it would do that. Let's see. There's a little ledge I might be able to get that with the Notch-O-Matic. If it's stout enough. Let's see. There we go. That looks okay, I suppose. It's not nice and neat, but it took care of it to some extent. Anyway, I need to get rid of as much of that crushing, incomplete flaking as possible. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, that looks better. I don't want to do too much. Persnicketies. I don't want to do too many persnickety type nappings on it. Okay. Let's work on the symmetry. I notice the point is a little bit too far that way. So if I take some of the base off, it goes like that. And I need to take back that edge. Yeah, and in the process of taking back that edge, I could thin it down a little bit more. Okay, here we go. That wasn't too bad, but it wasn't all that great. Would have scooped it. I didn't do nothing. I did something. Yeah. You might say, those points from India look better than that, dude. Yeah, I know. Those guys make thousands of points every week. They're better than I am. That's all there is to it. They're better at it. Nachomatic's not going to do it. All right, let me just sharpen it up and then we're done. I'll sharpen it up with indirect percussion. Okay, all right. I know you agree. Yep. Yeah, so this is a methodical process. Easier than pressure flaking, though. It's not as exhausting. Physically. Mentally, this can be just as exhausting as regular pressure flaking. But physically, it's much easier. Gotta make sure I don't mess it up. Make sure I hit hard when I need to. When do I need to? When it's a really thick, lumpy spot. Maybe I can get rid of that step fracture right there. The one near the edge there. Let's see. Yeah, there it goes. Some of the middle one too. Fantastic. Wonderful. Beauty. too much luck on the other side, though. Pick it, dude. Pick it out. All right, let me see if I can pick it out. Without cutting myself. There. Let's let me pick it. Yeah. Come on. No, it's not going to do it. Should have percussionized it. Let's see if I can get in there. It's already rounded off. Dang it. Ooh, I hit my... That went through the glove. Yeah, that would have hurt if I didn't have the glove on. Okay, so it's almost done. Yeah, let's finish it with just regular pressure. I think I can actually finish it faster if I just pressure flake it to completion. Yeah. Just downward pressure. Come on. It wants to be tough. Come on. That's just a particularly slippery spot. Yeah, it does not want to budge. Dang it. If it's all going to do that, it's going to be a bummer. What am I going to do down here? I see some crackling on the edge. I'm going to square off these barbs, right? Yes. Okay. Come on. It's like the Bermuda Triangle of flaking right there. Whenever I try to flake into there, the flakes get lost. As I blast through with a heavy attack. Yeah. That messes with the symmetry. You didn't know that there can be Bermuda triangles for flakes on some of these points? Or no matter what you do, every flake you try to send into an area just doesn't go anywhere. No matter how many times you try to flake into an area, it doesn't work. The flakes disappear, never to be found again. All you end up with is a never-ending step fracture. That happens on Quartzite, for sure. But luckily I blasted it away. I did manage to blast that one away. So, yeah. This is still not symmetrical. I'm making it even more not symmetrical. I want to sharpen this a little bit with indirect percussion to thin down the edges, but no, I'm just going to leave it. I can make the tip thinner. I'm going to give my warranty on this. Yeah, that's the good thing about Quartzite. I can get my warranty on my files by using them on Quartzite. I like it. I shouldn't do it. Don't do it. Shouldn't do it. Don't do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Ah, yes. All right. I'm not going to push my luck. Nope. Just some dull spots, and that's it. Where are the dull spots? I think I got most of them. I don't know, it's a little bit wonky, but it doesn't matter. Yikes. Okay. The law of the West is going to catch up to me if I keep doing that. There it goes. All right, that's it. Translucency, yes. Check that box. Finish off the base. No, it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it without extreme pressure. Okay. I break more with extreme pressure than I do with extreme percussion. So let's do the extreme percussion. Yeah, see? Much better. I would have snapped off that ear with pressure. Does it need to be thinned anymore? No, probably not. Squaring off the barbs actually sharpens it a little bit. So instead of being pointy, it's just sharp right there. Supposedly. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to push my luck with the notching. Yeah, I could blast away a little bit more with this one. But I'm not gonna see, this one is not as deep as that one. This one on this side, but I'm not gonna mess with it. No. It's not a dovetail. It could be if I make the notch wider and just clip the bottom of the barbs. It could be a dovetail. Yeah. But I'll let you do that if you want to. Yeah, that's it for me. That's all I'm going to do with it. Okay. I'm not going to clean up the background. I'm just going to leave it like this. I got to go inside. All right. So hopefully that satisfies some questions. Let's see. Where's my stash of foreshafts? I stashed them somewhere where I can't reach. You tell me no, I didn't do that. Okay, here it is. Let me just take a picture, hopefully, just in case I need another picture. Okay, we'll take a picture. Make sure I can see the notches. And then let's see how it looks hafted. Can I haft it into a knife blade? Knife handle? Yeah. This one's too wide. I gotta make some more knife handles, but yeah. That would work there. Fits. It's a little bit... No, it's not too wide. The handle's not too wide. It's just right. Yeah. So that would kind of work as long as the handle was a little bit smaller. What about this one? Oh, that looks nice. That's nice. A little bit too small. See this one? Yeah, that's good. Still a little bit too small, maybe. It's too thick. too thin. Is that it? That's all I got for options? Yeah. Now that I've got a setup back in the, behind the shed for woodworking now. I'm gonna make a bunch of new foreshafts. Yes. Okay, so that's good enough. Take a photo like that. All right, so there you go. That's it.